Rudy, since Fab 2.0, are you, how do I say this nicely? Are you still buying cold foils and single cards? And I mean, I would assume you're not that dumb, right? You're not that. Yeah, dang on right I am, Rudy. Sup, baby. I've been wathing your channel. Yeah, I wath to myself all the time for a few years now. Big fan, definitely appreciate all the content. I've been collecting TCGs and Spunk cards for like 8 years now. So I'm in the mood to thin out some of my collection and use the money elsewhere. As of recently, I just graduated college. Hey, congrats, man. And got a pretty good career going now. Not everything. Is his name on the back? Here, hold on a second. Not everything. Please hold for the next available representative. Name covered. Not everything has been easy. Oh, wait. I lost my mom last year. That's terrible. On August 17, 2021, she was battling cancer for a while, and sadly, the cancer started to spread throughout her. Oh my goodness, that's terrible, bro. Your channels helped me smile and lift my spirits during that bad time. I'm grateful for that. Dude, you're welcome, Callo. Dude, that's brutal, man. That's tough, dude. We had on a personal note, we did have a family relative, a death in the family recently, and I gotta admit, that stuff is tough, man. No matter how much of a tough guy or internet person, whoever you think you are in the world, man, life and death situations and people and losing someone you care about, there's no real way to describe and to, give proper condolences. It's just kind of one of those things where, many people say it's in the cards, or, it's their time, or, whatever concept you want to use. But at the end of the day, I mean, time does march forward, and the most important thing to remember is to not forget people. And I think, as I always tell everyone, when you go through tough things, or you lose a loved one, or a good friend or family member, or, something like that, I think the most important thing to always remember is, the way you feel about somebody, and when the way that they care and love you, the most important thing to remember is they would want you to be happy and move forward. They wouldn't want you to be sad over them. And that's always helped me and a lot of other people I know. And that's the most important thing. Because again, just because we don't get to be around somebody or see them anymore, which will always hurt, no matter how many days, weeks, months go by. And as time marches forward, it gets a little easier. But the most important thing is to not forget people. And I think that alone is the way you kind of live on in eternity, is to, I don't think anyone in your family or anyone's ever going to forget, an individual or a mother or father or anything. It kind of lives on, and everybody remembers. And that, I think, is the critical thing, that good feeling that you remember the good things. And so that's kind of my speech. So today, congratulations, by the way. Let's shift the mood there a little bit. But congratulations on graduating college. Hopefully you don't have $20 billion or $69,000 of student loan debt. But no, congratulations. It's a good accomplishment. Hopefully it leads you and helps open some doors to get you to a good career type job, which you did say you had something good lined up. Hopefully that helps you a lot, man. So today we're going to look at some fab cards. So yes, got a little choked up there, everybody. Today we're going to have a good time here. We got our nice, beautiful Miss, you know the story. We got our nice, beautiful playmat here to give a smile on everyone's face. And I'm going to talk to you all about a post-fab 2.0 world. And I'm going to continue to buy cold foils. And we're going to start the video off with a couple right here. So first we have a couple loose ones. As you can see, I'm not going to pull them out of the sleeves and everything, but we have ourselves some beautiful Monarch. I know. Monarch Legendary Cold Foils. Monarch Legendary Cold Foils. This one actually is not on a sleeve. Beautiful. They're such a beautiful piece of art. Monarch Legendary again. And of course over here, we're still sticking with the Monarch Legendaries, the old Husk action. Now, we got the old Earth Lore. Old Mrs. Don't Pee in Her Cheerios. She looks pretty angry. We've got the old past Monarch, post-Monarch, Cold Foil, nice extended fancy schmancy. Same thing with the old Shakaruni. And don't forget, folks, on the bottom of these cards, you can see the EVERFEST versus the Tales of Aria. Obviously, folks, you can see the EL versus the Ever. You can see that at the bottom there. Anyways, so we got a majestic and nice little shock charmers there. Beautiful, beautiful card again. And of course, over here, we got a little L action. And in the back, we got just a little Rainbow Foil Unlimited WTR, which has been an interesting thing. I haven't made up my opinion how I feel about these rainbow foil black bordered unlimited cards. There's been some chitter chatter around that because now that everybody knows, moving forward, there's never going to be a black bordered version of reprint of stuff like that. I don't know. I still think I don't know if it's the safest, but the highest odds of success and the best place if you're looking to collect. I know. Comment sections are just going to light up saying, Rudy, please, there is no collector, investor, flesh and blood. It's been nuked. For people who still like to, I guess I'm just going to say collect, because I don't think there are investors anymore. People who want to collect cold foils like me, I still think the first editions of the original sets, even these next 3 blocks, these first edition cold foils, the single cards, could end up being better than even the sealed product post-Crucible, of course. Not the first 3 sets, but the Monarch Tales Ever. The cold foils may be a better position type of approach versus even having the sealed product because of the space savings and the cards themselves, versus the higher print runs. I'm not really sure. So, moving forward here, got ourselves a nice little Dusk Blade action there. All right, what do we got here? We got the infamous Stubbies. Simply put, kind of far away there, this little tiny binder. I'm still buying a lot of these because the prices are just so low. I mean, the prices are so low. I just want to share some of these. These are mostly going to be, these are not, first 3 block sets. These are all going to be Monarch Forward, mostly Tails and EVERFEST, of course. You're going to see in these a lot of commons and everything. And the EVERFEST, you can see a lot of the trinkets and potions and stuff like that, which are mostly all, I think almost all the potions and trinkets are actually rares instead of actually higher rarity on there. But long story short, the prices are just so cheap. And I know a lot of people are going to comment below and just say, Rudy, the prices are so cheap, as you always say in the reserve lists and Magic and all different markets, the prices are so cheap for a reason. And that may be. But at this point in time, when a lot of these rings and talismans and potions type cards, especially on the newest set EVERFEST that everybody knows has a very high print run at this point, I have a hard time thinking that even at like $5, $10 a card, I have a hard time believing there's a lot of downside risk to buying a cold foil at $7. Yeah, technically on a percentage scale, if you sell the card for $5, you lost almost half your money. I get the percentage scale attitude, but honestly, I'm just kind of like, the risk reward, the downside risk seems like it's very limited at this point on some of these cold foils because it's such a low amount of capital required to buy a lot of these things. And I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Maybe there is an opportunity. Maybe they're cheap for a reason. They're always going to remain cheap. Another little binder over here. Here's some different ones here. Mostly more of the Monarch Toa. But anyways, same thing. Again, these cards are cheap. I mean, nice little vexing. One of my favorite pieces of art on that one. And hey, silver palms there. Nice little legendary. And then of course you get some of the alternate arts and you get some of the nice little majestics and the non-weapon cold foils. Nice little change of pace there on the border and everything. I'm going to be very clear. I'm buying them because I like the cards. And I just think they're very, very cheap. As long as Flesh and Blood continues to move forward, and if this 2.0 execution becomes stable, and this time next year we all look back and kind of chuckle and do the whole nervous laughter goes away. Well, buying at very, very cheap prices, financially you'll probably come out quite a bit ahead. We got some extended arts here, and of course that beautiful crown over there, and they extended beautiful. I love that lantern, man. I love. I just think that's so neat looking, man. The little sleeve on there. There you go. I just think that's so cool looking, man. It's beautiful, man. I know financially, even that lantern is probably like $20, $30 on TCG Player. In cold foil and in extended art, I would be surprised if it's even $30, $40 at this point. I don't even think it's that anymore. Financially speaking, there is, and that's all that's in there. This is just empty. Financially speaking, that's just where the market is. Flesh and Blood has become a game where moving forward until 2.0 proves itself and has become stable and everything. I do believe, and I know for a fact that there are stores that are not going to carry Fab anymore because they don't trust it. And there's other people that says, they should have disclosed the higher print run. And, why did they not say that when they knew there was a lot more? There should have been more communication and this and that. A lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda, a lot of finger pointing. It doesn't really matter at this point because it's over and done with. I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I still love the product. You know, I love the company and the people that are part of it. I've been a part of it, helping them and talking to them since the beginning. And I'm really pulling for them, and I want things to work out and be well. And I still think the cards are beautiful. I still think the game, it's a great game. There's no way you can play the game and then tell me it's a bad product. I mean, there's no way you can tell me that you don't enjoy, like, even the board states. You know, you can't tell me that when you're setting everything up and you got your nice hero in the middle and she's all geared up over here and you're doing your thing and that chain is building up and you got a really cool turn or combo triggering off. I mean, it's fun. It's well played. It's enjoyable. It is. That is a fact of Flesh and Blood. Now, that's the side of the coin that's not a fact is the investability and putting money into the product line because of where things are. And that's more of a trust thing. That's a like I always say, that's consumer confidence. That's the attitudes of people. And the only way to self-correct that type of section of the market is you have to have time under the belt. And the only way Flesh and Blood is going to lure in really collectors or investors ever, unless they may not want to at all. You know, I mean, the wording, as many people keep sending me messages, you know, the wording from the company and James on the 2.0 release very clearly stated to bring people together for great games. There's nothing to do about collecting or investing or anything with collecting the cards. It just says playing great games. And everybody keeps throwing that in my face. And I'm aware. You don't have to keep sending it to me, everybody. I am aware of it. We all know what it says. And yeah, that's where it is. And the only way anything's going to change is time is going to have to be proven. You know, Flesh and Blood has crossed 3 years old, or I think officially the 3-year anniversary is coming up or something. It's not a under 1 or 2 year game anymore. And I think the next benchmark is going to be crossing that 4 and 5 year marker. And then, of course, if it makes it to the 5-10 years, well, at that point, you've proven yourself, and there's not really going to be much argument anymore because you're going to have 5-10 years worth of data, and the prices, the market, and the attitudes will speak for themselves. Doesn't matter what people think anymore. So again, everybody's trying to speculate because we're only at 3 years. So since we don't have that 5 to 10 years under the belt for the card game and the company, it's all speculation. Everybody's trying to make money and collect and, you know, speculate on what's going to be. Of course, once a product crosses, 5, 10 plus years, well, you don't really have to speculate much anymore because now you have so much historical data. You can kind of extrapolate where things are going to be and how they've been managing it. So in conclusion of the video, if you have cold foils, AlphainvestmentsLLC at gmail.com. Send the old PP over, pictures and prices. Don't be a giggity. And sealed product is I'm paying sealed products around 60% of eBay sold. Cold foils are between 50 and 55% of eBay sold, plus I cover your shipping. So essentially, you can sell each card on your own, and you can walk away with probably 80 cents on the dollar after shipping and paying all the fees of selling on your own. Or you can chop off an extra probably about 20 to 25%, and you can sell to me without any risk. So you have to determine if you want to make an extra 20, 25% by assuming the risk of buyers and transactions, then selling on your own is the correct thing. If you want to take an extra 20, 25% off that difference of selling on your own versus selling to me, you get a risk-free transaction, and of course, that's you get to be on the channel, and we get to talk about and share your cards and put it down in history. So that's all I have today. As always, nothing you see in the videos are for sale, but I appreciate the offers. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Beautiful world out there.